people. Today, I am washing my sheets, because it's been a month, I'm sure. But mainly because last night, I found a cockroach in my house. I mean, we've all met those people. You are probably one of those people who, when they see something like a spider, they get, all worked up about it and scream and run around and go, ah! I don't know what this does. Is it trying to crawl in your ears or something? Obviously, I do not think very highly of these people. My way of getting back at them is to walk up to the offending arachnid and then slowly crushing it with my bare hands in front of the person, just so I can watch their face. Unless it's a jumping spider, then I smash it real fast, because those guys can really move. Obviously, these sort of things don't bug me. They don't bug me. Spiders, I eat those in my sleep. Mice, no big deal. Just, give me a pair of boots and I'll smash it for you. I met someone afraid of moths. When I was little, I would turn on the lights at night and then watch the cats jump up on the windowsill and try to catch all the moths and eat them. Because you know how toddlers get when they go up against a window and they smear their face on it? Well, that's the same with a kitten eating moths. Just like that. Yeah, what else? Oh, I once chased people with mayflies. That was hilarious. Sticking mayflies on people because they'd just sit there and then watching them find out. Mayflies are the least impressive of all insects. Mayflies. What else? Crickets. They're just black hoppity things. No big deal. Can't hurt you. They make noise. Whatever. Yeah, I can handle frogs and lizards. I had them as pets. Rats, no big deal. I mean, I'd need a bigger implement. I wouldn't want to do it with a boot. Probably like a hammer. If there was a rattlesnake in my house, aside from being surprised, I wouldn't be too upset. I could take care of that. I'd be pretty confident in my abilities to handle the situation. What would I do? Probably. I think I'd use my umbrella and a kitchen knife combination and then eat it for dinner, because those things don't bother me. It's no big deal. Other people find it disgusting. I find it entertaining. Well, that was until I found this cockroach in my house. And like instantly, this feeling of utter disgust comes over me. It was paralyzing disgust. I was so disgusted that I couldn't think of what to do next. Like, I sat there for a minute going, how do I get rid of this thing? It wasn't fear. It was disgust. It was paralyzed by disgust. Being so disgusted, I can't think of something to do to get rid of the disgust. And my brain's just going, nope, 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 nope. This is disgusting. I'm going to release these chemicals. We're not going to think about this because I can't handle this. And I'm like, no, it has to get out of this house. I cannot have cockroaches around me. That's just worse. I thought, maybe I'll catch it in a jar. Yeah, this jar. And then look at it, and maybe I'll feel better. Because I like observing nature, and cockroaches are a part of nature, and I enjoy putting nature in a jar, Maybe me observing this creature will lead me to be less disgusted by it. The more understanding I have about something, the better. So I got a jar. You know when you put insects in plastic jars, and they're in the jar, and you watch them, and they're like trying to crawl up the sides. Imagine the tiny squeaky sound their little legs are making, and these little legs are just running on this perpetual plastic treadmill where they think there's escape, but really there's not. It's just this there in this trap of perpetual entrapment. And if it was you, you would be experiencing hopelessness. Yes, hopelessness, despair. They are trapped in a jar of despair and this terrifying hopelessness. Because you would know you were trapped with no hope of escape, and yet you're still trying. And it's existentially it's terrifying. And as a human being, like, you identify this in the little creature, and you know that if it was you in the jar, you'd be in this panic state of despair and terror at the realization of your entrapped mortality. And as a human, I find that terrifying, that idea. But since I'm not the one in the jar, you just feel this sadistic pleasure of watching this helpless little creature try to walk up a plastic jar. I mean, it's hilarious. When I put the cockroach in the jar, it ran straight up the sides, and climbed right up the sides, and started running around the top, upside down, right where my hand was. It was unnatural and terrifying and disgusting. That made it worse. The disgust I was feeling before was worse. Like, this is not helping. Oh, this is so awful. The cockroach got out of the jar. That was more due to human error, and it started scuttling off into the kitchen and went under my refrigerator. And at that moment, I remembered that I owned shoes. Yes, I own shoes, several pairs of shoes, perfectly designed for crushing small things that disgust you. And so I went and got my shoe, congratulating myself on my brilliance. And when that cockroach, in his desperate plight to get for the door, scuttled out from underneath the refrigerator, I smashed him. Several times. I smashed him good. I beat him into next week. Little pieces of his external skeletal was flicking off, and it was late at night, so I'm sure the neighbors were wondering why she banged around. There's a little smudge mark where his corpse was, pounded into the tile. Felt so good. And then I flicked it out the door, and I killed it. I killed him good. And there he sits in the gutter, all mangled. And I see him every morning when I walk outside and go, yeah, you mess with my house, I squish you. And then I spent the rest of the night cleaning. It was paranoid cleaning. I've never cleaned while paranoid. I don't really want to again. It's even less fun that way. And to all those people who I've made fun of for being sensitive about those things, I'm sorry. I'll apologize. But I'm still going to slowly crush spiders in front of you because your face is hilarious. And I really enjoy that. Yep, that's my story for today. I'm also sick. Yay me. I bought this ginger tea, instant ginger tea stuff from the dollar store, and it tastes like, it has the same consistency and flavor as warm spit. I'm not going to eat any more of it. It's really disgusting. But, in case you wanted to know, now you do. So, I'll talk to you next time.